Hello again, everyday people. This is Mr. G, and this is Everyday People, where I talk to and interview you, the everyday person. Today's guest, I have the illustrious artist who was featured on a Grammy-nominated project called Healthy Food for Thoughts, So Good Enough to Eat. And she was also featured in a film called The Golden Empire, which featured the actor Clifton Powell. She has a single out right now called Things Will Get Better, and also she has an album out right now called Actions Speak Louder Than Words. Please give it up for Miss Yocontalie Jackson. So, how have you been, Miss Jackson?
Well, I've been doing really well. I mean, certainly because of this pandemic, it's a new normal. It's different. And as an artist, you're used to performing, you're used to being out and about, and now you're kind of locked in. So,
Really understand with the whole COVID situation, how people are adapting to it. But with that being said, let's give a little background to yourself. You began your career at the age of 13 at the Metropolitan Opera House, which is now called the Met. Can you give us a little bit of insight how it was for that journey, from that beginning of that age to where you're at now?
well, I've always loved music, and in our home, growing up in church, it was one of those things where you really, or at least my mom, didn't want us listening to music other than gospel music. But of course, when I was in my room, I would listen to the Jackson 5, I would listen to Earth, Wind & Fire. I had older brothers, and my oldest brother would listen to Nancy Wilson. He loved Nancy Wilson, and so I would listen to her music as well, and I began to really love her as an artist. I loved her voice. And so, I would listen to all types of music, but because again, we grew up in church, we went to the Met in Philadelphia. And at the time I didn't know, but later on as I got older, I found out that it was an old Metropolitan Opera House, which is one of the most acoustically sound theaters in the country. And so at 13, I joined the choir. Initially, my mother was trying to get me to join the youth choir. And she had the youth choir director come to me and say, "This is my daughter, she likes to sing." I had heard the youth choir, and they were not good. And so I did not want to sing in the youth choir. Okay, so I told the lady, "No, I don't want to sing in the youth choir," and I really avoided that whole, thing, just in the youth choir. So my aunt, who sang in the adult choir, she said to my mother, "Listen, why don't you let her come to rehearsal with you?" And so my mother did. My aunt knew I could sing, and she talked to the director and asked if I could audition for the adult choir. I auditioned for the adult choir, and I became one of their lead singers. So every Sunday, I'm singing with the adult choir, and I'm singing lead. And the theater, again, nothing was different. They had really nice chairs, cushion chairs. They had, the balcony. I mean, everything was great. The sound was great. So that's how I came up. That's the way I was used to singing. I was used to singing at the Met, which was, acoustically just phenomenal. I went back to visit because I said, hey, now it's, they renovated it and everything, and I wanted to hear what it sounded like. So I went there for a concert. As a matter of fact, I went to hear Charlie Wilson. And I was disappointed. I was disappointed because what I know is that in order for you to have good sound, for the sound to really be right, you have to have nice carpet, which we did when we went to church. We had really nice thick carpet on the floor, cushion chairs, all of that. Well, now you have carpet that is not thick carpet, plastic chairs in the back. So all that contributes to sound. Yeah. So it wasn't as good as it was when I was singing, but it was nice. It was nice.
Thank you for that. Also, with that being stated, you toured you did a Europe tour with the Johnny Thompson Singers as you was the lead vocalist, and then after that, you pursued a solo career in 2001 with the CD entitled "Church Folking the Church Folk." Can you explain how was it from going from a group to a solo career?
It was different. It was different because I was used to singing solo a lot, and now I'm singing background. but it was enjoyable. It was a different type of thing for me. And the group, Johnny Thompson Singers, I didn't realize how well known they were in Europe. And every concert that we did, and I had one lead, it was one song that I sang lead with the group, but they were very well known. And I remember doing a concert, we were in France, and we were just singing switching in France. We were in France. And so when we came off the stage, we went in, we were changing our clothes, and we were just taking our time. And so when I finished changing, I'm coming out, and there's this line of people. And so I'm like, they're like asking for autographs, and I'm saying, you want my autograph? You want art? They're like, yeah. And they're like, are they coming out? Johnny Thompson? I was like, you know what? Let me go and, find out how long they're going to be. And so I went in and I was like, there are people out there like in for autographs. They're like, yeah. And they had toured before and they were used to that. I was not. That was my first time going to Europe. And so it's in New York. And so it was just incredible. So they came out, and people were like giving autographs. But the thing that I guess I enjoyed most, aside from the fact that I wasn't a lead singer, I was able to see another country. We got paid very well. The second day when we arrived, I was paid cash money before I sung the note. And so I was like, okay, I can do this. So yeah, I always said, I love Europe. I love the people. They tend to, it's different because whenever we would sing, it was different from singing in church. They would just really listen. You didn't hear a lot of people saying, like sing. You didn't hear that. The audience was really listening intently to the music. They knew the names of the musicians who were playing. They just really paid attention, and so for me, it was a different type of appreciation for the music and for the musicianship and who you were. So for me, I loved it.
So, Ms. Yocontalie, with the new norm being COVID, how are you adapting to the conditions that we're in now, and how are you able to still pursue your career and work on everything that you're working on right now, given the circumstances we are in?
So, with the new normal, COVID, I have probably did more live singing on Facebook, YouTube, where just to kind of pass the time, and still be able to work on music, sing songs, and things like that. Since you're not doing a lot of concerts, but sometimes I'd have just a little concert right here in my living room and put it out there, just to keep occupied and that kind of energize, But I do have my single, Things Will Get Better. And this single actually is honoring, if you will, those first responders, individuals who were really, working in the hospitals and things like that. It's honoring them. It's also acknowledging people as a whole, and just letting everybody know that things will get better. And the part of the song says when we pray. And so not only are we dealing with coronavirus as a pandemic, but we're also dealing with a lot of social injustice. So with the various things, and that's like a pandemic as well. So with everything that's going on, my single is saying, hey, you know what? Things will get better, and things are going to get better. But I do believe that when we pray, we trust God, there is hope. And we can recognize and realize that, there's some better days ahead. It might be difficult, right now. It might be, a little trying, but in time, things will be better.
What would you tell our audience out there right now, in reference to pursuing the passions of their careers? Well, how would you keep them motivated, given the conditions they are that they have to adapt to? How would you keep them motivated? What would you say to them in regards to that?
And so I would say, whatever your passion is, whatever you're doing, especially if you're an artist, to continue. And, what I say to a lot of our young people, old people, doesn't matter, that you whatever you do, you want to put some money into it, you want to put time into it. If that's your passion, if that's what you love to do, it doesn't come without work. So you have to do the work, you have to spend the time. Things may not happen overnight, but if you continue to work hard, it'll come together. I think the other part of that is, again, it being your passion. And what is your real goal? Is your real goal to say, hey, I want to be a star, I want to be, or is your real goal to reach people, to make a difference, to share your music and allow individuals to be able to hear it, whether it's a video, whether it's a song, and be touched and changed by it. For me, listen, I've made money over the years with my music, but my biggest goal is not just to make money. My biggest goal is really to touch people, to make a difference. So when a person comes up to me and says, I heard your song, and your song really touched me, that makes a difference for me. Whether they, said, hey, I just bought 5 new CDs, your song touched me. It made a difference in my life. That's why I sing, that's why I do my music, that's why I do what I do. And so I would just encourage everybody, continue to work hard. There's hope. You can make a difference if you are. And your music, your photography, your movies, your films, your videos are making a difference in somebody else's life. And that's what matters. Also, I'm a voting member of the Grammys. I'm a member of the Philadelphia chapter. And it's probably one of the other interesting things that I enjoy doing as being part of the Grammys. Right now we're voting, and people often say, well, how can you vote? They'll look at the Grammys and say, well, how they win? Well, you have to be a voting member to vote for whomever may win a Grammy. And to be a voting member, you have to have right now, you have to be recommended by someone who is a voting member, and you have to have at least 10 projects that have been distributed nationally to be considered. But they also have what they call Grammy U. So young people who are in college, they can actually be a member of Grammy U. And that gives them an opportunity to meet with professionals and learn the business, which is critical, to really understand and learn the business when it comes to music. That's something that should be ongoing because it changes. So again, you put the work in, you put the time in, and believe me, it will pay off.
Now, is there any upcoming projects that we can anticipate for, the audience can anticipate for, that you have in the next coming months, or anything you're working on as of now?
So I'm actually working on another single. It's called Lord Prepare Me. And my daughter's going to be doing some background on it. And I'm just really excited about that. My nephew, Chris Stevens, who plays trumpet, who plays for John Legend, he's also co-producing it. So I'm just really excited, and probably within the next less than 30 days, it should be out. So definitely on YouTube, you can check out my project on YouTube, but even my latest singles on YouTube. And listen, subscribe. That is so important. I think the individuals, it's funny, I think they're afraid to push that little button that says subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, but it helps me as an artist, and it also will keep you up with everything that I'm doing. I'm everywhere on social media, you name it, YouTube, Facebook, any social media area you can find Yocontalie. And I'm the only Yocontalie on in the world. In the world, I'll say that.
Thank you for that. I want to thank my guest, Ms. Yocontalie Jackson, for coming in today and being interviewed. I also want to thank you, the everyday people, for tuning in. And like I always say, keep pursuing your career, always staying focused, and always striving. Mr. G on Everyday People. Wishing you a great day and always stay motivated. Take care.